everybody, and we are live. Thank you all for being here. Really do appreciate all being here. I hope you liked the new intro video. Thank you, Adam Meekin. Huge shout out to you for helping with the rebranding of the stream. Yeah, he designed the logo for me, helped me with that, and the intro. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for coming. Today is actually a good day because I could stream again today, so thank you all for coming. Just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's in chat. My Patreon supporters and my YouTube members, you guys all rock. And then yeah, everybody that just supports me financially on here, I do have Patreon links and the Patreon links and the PayPal links below in the description box below if you do feel you have the heart to support the channel. Thank you everybody who's here. So tonight's topic, obviously tonight's topic is based on the globe and Coriolis, because a lot of the times we get, I don't know if you've realized this, the globe defenders, the anti-flat earthers to be specific, say the earth does not rotate under you, so therefore Coriolis, but in actual fact you require it to move under you to have the Coriolis effect. So yeah, tonight we're going to be going through it, and I'm going to be showing some people like Veritasium that says the earth does rotate underneath objects. Same with Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy, and so forth, and even National Geographic. So yeah, let's say hi to everybody. Hi PJ, how's it going in Element? I think PJ is in the YouTube. He's like, he can't do YouTube and Element at the same time. That's fine. Michael Khan was here now earlier, but he just had to. I'm
here. I just forgot to unmic myself. I'm doing a Michael trick, but I do have to swap them back and forth between Element and YouTube. But I'm dealing with it. But yeah, I'm good. Not enjoying the weather, but I'm good. It's only 3/4 of a year till summer, so we'll be all right.
Oh man, yeah, we're having some rainy weather. That's why I said it's like the first time in like ages I could actually wear a long sleeve. At least that's comfortable. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with Michael, because I know he had to restart his PC and it's been like already 10 minutes. But he does say
he's in chat.
He's in chat.
He's in chat anyway.
Okay.
He's in chat, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to everybody in chat. So hi into the break. Thank you for coming. Gary Y. Benga, Two Wolves, PJ Krushank, yeah, Michael Khan. Who else is here? George Salazar. I now see myself. I see Andrew Johnson. Thank you for coming. Candid, thank you for coming. And Tony Whitcomb. Tony Whitcomb actually left a message. Igor Gruzik, thank you for coming. Okay, Tony Whitcomb's message. I did pin it. I have a rebuttal to the question before the stream starts. If you move a camera 1 degree from Polaris, it would be out of view, negating that we are spinning over 1.2 million miles per hour through space. Yeah, because it's supposedly we're going around the Great Retractor. So remember, going in different vectors at different parts. But yeah, that's actually a good point, Tony. But tonight it's not going to be about that. Tonight it's about the globe model specifically, and does the globe rotate under the moving targets as specified for Coriolis to exist. So obviously we have the globe defenders that go against that, but let's see what the poll says. The poll says out of 31 votes, Earth-based Coriolis means Earth rotates under us. Yes, 47%, no, 53%, I'm unsure, 0%. It's good to see there's so much, there's no unsure, so at least someone's into this and understand there's either yes or no. Okay, Face Reality, hey, thank you for coming, thank you for being here. Quinlan 1977, thank you for being here. Andrew Johnson, rotating under us is the simplistic way of explaining Coriolis. Yes, the point is, Andrew, that the globe defenders come and they say we do not have Earth rotating on us because we are rotating with the Earth. Therefore, Coriolis effect doesn't require 2 reference frames, which is false. So yeah. You saw the thumbnail, I had Veritasium on there and stuff, which I thought, I hope you guys are enjoying my new thumbnails. I am taking more time to create them. Yeah, so let's get to it. I think we can start going with Veritasium first. PJ, it is showing, correct? I hope so. Hey Wolves, good to see you, thank you for coming. I think I did. Excuse my baby in the background, she's a bit irritated at the moment. I think she's busy having teeth. So, yeah, let's listen to what Veritasium has to say, guys.
Why do we launch rockets in Florida? I remember as a kid just not getting it. As I watched these rocket launches get scrubbed due to bad weather, I was like, you guys know that's Florida, right? That's where they get the hurricanes and the thunderstorms and, you know,
Yeah, just that alone, you know, like I say, there's this reason why they actually launch the rockets in Florida. That's where he comes from. Like he says, the weather's usually bad, so the hurricanes or anything. Hey Jeff, good to see you. Thank you for coming. But I want you guys to listen to what he says. Hey Cosmic Surfer, yes, I do agree. Earth does not actually rotate on us, but tonight we are just going to, how can we put it? Educate the anti-flat earthers on Coriolis effect, because they don't seem to understand, based on their own narrative, what Coriolis effect is. So I thought we might just go out to just educate them a bit, because it's quite embarrassing when we get someone to come and they want to defend the globe but don't actually know what Coriolis effect is, because when they actually try to defend it, they defend the flat earth, because then it's not stationary. Because then it is stationary, I mean. Let's go.
the Apollo missions got hit by a lightning strike on its way out of the atmosphere. It's unbelievable. But there are two very good reasons why they launched rockets from here. The first is
okay, two reasons, guys. Listen up.
Because the ground beneath our feet is moving to the east very fast. Everything is...
Ground to the under our feet is moving to the east very fast. So due to Earth's rotation, the closer you are to the equator, the faster you're going. Hey, Tony Whitcomb, 50 pounds. Wow, brilliant. Just support for the truth, but yes, I'm here to support you. Thank you very much, Tony. Really appreciate your super chat. That's a huge super chat. Really, I'm flabbergasted. Thank you, Tony. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm here for truth. My channel speaks about it. I'm here for truth. Yes, obviously Earth does not rotate around us. Earth is a stationary horizontal plane, but tonight is simply to educate the anti-flat earthers on how Coriolis effect works. Hey Adam Meekin, thank you guys again. A huge shout out to Adam Meekin. He's the one that helped me with the rebranding of the stream. He helped me to do the intro logo and the logo. I hope you guys really like it, because I think it's epic, and I think it just shows my spunk more. One thing I don't think you guys realize that when it comes to welcome, it actually said welkom, so that means it's welcome in Afrikaans. So we're keeping it as welcome to the channel. So yeah, no, it's not a spelling error, guys. It was intentionally put in there by Adam, and I really like it. It's a bit quirky. So yeah, number one, due to Earth's rotation, the observer you are to the Earth's rotation, the closer you are to the equator, the faster you're going. Remember, he said under your feet. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry. The children are making a noise. They don't listen. Okay, so let's go. That's number one. Let's go to number two.
It's going about 900 miles per hour. That's 1,500 kilometers per hour.
Wow, that's quite a fast. Usually we get the anti-flat earthers telling us, no, we do not take its rotation, because they're ignoring the velocity, the rim velocity. Like he just said, he actually talking about the rim velocity, because when you talk about the rotation of Earth, you're talking about the rotation, meaning how fast it is rotating. So the rim velocity over at the equator, 1,000 miles per hour. Let's put that into context for you. At the equator, that's about 480 meters a second. If we have to put that into context, someone's phone is vibrating. Sorry, I'm trying to find out whose phone's vibrating. PJ, I think it's your phone, dude. Okay, he's muted. Sorry about that. Okay, let's put that into perspective for you guys. A Bugatti Veyron at full speed only reaches about maybe 190 meters a second. Do you see the difference? 190 meters a second compared to 480 meters a second. Now, if he's traveling across the globe Earth, how much degrees would he have traveled in that hour? Maybe that's math that the Globers would like to work out. Yeah, Adam, thank you again. Huge shout out. Really, really awesome. Love the new look. Thank you very much. Flat Earth Science Education, thank you for coming. Really appreciate you being here. Akumvaris, thank you for coming. Okay, so let's carry on.
And that means as your rocket takes off, up and to the east, it starts off with that velocity.
Yeah, it starts off with that velocity. So it's leaving the ground. Listen to what's going on now, guys.
The Earth is giving that rocket an initial boost, so you don't have to put in as much energy, you don't have to speed it up as much. Now the other thing is...
Yeah, we don't have to put it... So what's happening, guys? It's conserving the momentum which way? While the Earth is moving under it. So therefore you have Coriolis effect. Excuse me. Okay. Hey, Level Up, thank you for coming. Rudolph, thank you for being here. Okay. Okay, Weisskopf, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, the ground moving underneath. Hence why you have, yes, that is Coriolis, Andrew. I think you should stay. So you're saying Veritasium is speaking falseness. I think I would rather trust Veritasium rather than you, Andrew, anti-flat earther that thinks the Earth and everything rotates together. We will still go on because there's more people to actually talk about this.
Is if you're gonna fly to the east and something goes wrong with that rocket, you're gonna want it to not hurt anything. What's nice about Florida is what you have over there is ocean, not the rest of your country. Why?
Yeah, so thank you Veritasium for telling us. The Earth moves at a fast speed, it moves faster to the east because of the equator, and the reason they actually launched it is because so they have that momentum to go the opposite way, you know, go quicker to fall around the Earth. So yes, again guys, just to reiterate, we're not saying the globe turns, we're just trying to educate you anti-flat earthers on what Coriolis effect is. Let's go and see what the polls say. Out of 45 votes, the Earth-based Coriolis means Earth rotates under us. Yes, 42%, no, 58%. Jeff Gass said, virus. Jets would be faster and slower in different directions. So wrong again. Exactly, Jeff. We're actually still going to get there. I think let's move on to National Geographic. This is education, guys. National Geographic, I want you guys to listen to this one very well because this one is actually very, very good.
If you've ever watched the news during a hurricane or wintertime nor'easter, you've probably noticed that big storms spin over time as they travel.
Yeah, big storms spin over time as they travel, guys. Remember that? They're obviously hinting to the hurricanes.
In the northern hemisphere, they spin counterclockwise. But if you were watching a storm in the southern hemisphere, you'd see it spinning clockwise.
Now why would that be, guys? Remember, this is based on your globe religion again. Simple as that. It's because air moves freely. Air moves freely while the ground moves underneath it. That's why. The only conservation of momentum it is held is the angular conservation. That's why it whooshes in those directions. It doesn't actually move with it. It's the same as, let's say you stick your hand in a pool and you swirl your hand through it and the one vortex goes this way and the other vortex goes. You're not taking that water with you. The vortex is staying there. It's just spinning in the opposite direction due to the angular momentum it's pushed off of.
Why do storms spin in different directions depending on their location? And why do they spin in the first place?
Good question.
Storm's rotation is due to something called the Coriolis effect.
Okay, the Coriolis effect, noun, a phenomenon that causes fluids, like water and air, to curve as they travel across the Earth's surface. I like that, travel across the Earth's surface. So remember, not traveling with the Earth's surface, traveling across the Earth's surface. That means separated. Might want to consider that, anti-flat earthers.
which is a phenomenon that causes fluids like water and air to curve as they travel across or above.
Yeah, across or above the Earth's surface. You read that? Above, guys.
Earth is constantly spinning around its axis from west to east. But because Earth is a sphere and wider in the middle,
Remember, wide in the middle, that would be the equator, oblate spheroid. Hence why you can't have level on a globe, because it means no part higher or lower. So it's higher here than it is there. And that's after ignoring
on the
horizontal.
equator are actually spinning faster around the axis than points near the poles.
Yeah.
So imagine you were standing in Texas.
Okay, this is where you gotta concentrate now. Say you are standing in Texas. What are they going to do an example for? What are they going to do an example for, guys? What do you think? I think before we actually started, what do you guys think they're going to do an example for here, guys? Yeah, Globiolis is idiotic, I 100% agree. Hey, Jolly Man, good to see you. Yeah, the ground is faster, slower than the ground it's left from. I mean, duh. So I said we're trying to educate the globe defenders so they can actually have a more coherent argument against us. Because so far it's very embarrassing what these guys come up with. Okay, so anyway, I'll give you a hint. Plane.
And had a magic paper airplane that could travel hundreds of miles. If you threw your airplane directly northward.
Remember, the Earth is supposed to be spinning east to west. Now they're throwing the plane directly northward. That would be, it's not traveling on the ground. You know, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, when he did his calculation on the football, the Earth turned underneath and the football got deflected 1 inch to the right or something and scored the winning goal. This is the same thing. It's separate in a separate reference frame. So sorry, Simon Jan, it's only you and your reference frame that are ruined.
You might think it would land straight north, maybe somewhere in Nebraska. But Texas is actually spinning around Earth's axis faster than Nebraska is, because it's closer to the equator.
Ooh, so remember, it takes more speed to go with the same rotation as it does there, because you've got a further distance to travel, so tangential speed has to be more. Hence why if you're somewhere and you go up in elevation, you travel faster apparently.
Yeah, you'd think on a globe, someone that lived on the equator, just say they moved to the North Pole, if the globe was real, then they'd kind of feel the difference in speed, in velocity, whatever you want to call it. You'd think you'd feel that difference. It's like 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, but at the North Pole, nearly nothing. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. You think people with their inertia, they would kind of feel that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I said if you had to take an airplane, let's say from North America here, and you're flying and you decided, hang on, I want to go to anywhere around the world. You're going to go and to actually try and fly north or south to the opposite direction so you would actually get there faster. That's how it would be.
Exactly.
Because the ground would be moving underneath you and you would take less energy to get there. Hence, like Veritasium said with the rockets.
Yeah, that makes sense completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means that the paper airplane is spinning faster as well. And when you throw it, that spinning momentum is conserved.
The spinning momentum is conserved. Remember, this is where the guys get wrong on the Globiolis. They don't get it's the spinning momentum that's conserved. They keep showing us linear momentum, not angular momentum. That's why I keep asking them, which one is conserved, angular momentum or linear momentum? Then you get guys like Mr. Sensible showing us conservation of linear momentum, not of angular momentum. This is plain little simple guys, things that you guys are supposed to know by now.
Your paper airplane in a straight line toward the north, it would land somewhere to the right of Nebraska.
Is it physically landing in Nebraska? Yes, it would physically land in Nebraska. Do we actually see this in reality, PJ?
No.
No, we don't. We literally, if we fly north, we fly north. We don't actually see us go and land in Nebraska.
No, exactly.
But this is what the globe teaches, though.
Yeah, they do. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
That's why the anti-flat earthers know this is not observed in reality, so they have to deny their own model to keep their faith alive.
That's what I'm saying. The globers, the anti-flat earthers, and the normies, they can't really agree, can they? they debunk themselves. You know what I mean? Every which way they turn.
Yeah, it's actually so simple. Because they have to throw away their own narrative, they are, in essence, conceding there's no rotation and proving stationary Earth. Because according to them, it all moves at the same conserved linear conservation, remember? And that's why it doesn't appear to actually go anywhere. It still goes with the Earth and will land where they said.
And that means the atmosphere is going at the same speed as the Earth, and that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, them and their Velcro Atmo. I mean, really.
Yeah.
It's beyond ridiculous. But let's go on. It still goes on. It gets better.
Oh, cool.
Maybe in Delaware. So from your point of view in Texas, the plane would have taken a curved path to the right.
Yeah.
The opposite would happen in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, southern hemisphere. Let's see where it's going now, guys.
An object traveling from the equator to the south would get deflected to the left. So what does this have to do with hurricane spinning?
That's very
Well, at the center of every hurricane is an area of very low pressure.
Yeah, well, I think it's self-explanatory why. It's because low pressure seeks high pressure. Therefore, the vertex. Now, they're saying because of the Coriolis movement, it creates that cyclic nature of spin. Now, we have seen cyclones and hurricane stuff form in opposite directions on the north and the southern equator, by the way. So even that already debunks this as well. But just FYI, learn your own model, guys.
As a result, the high-pressure air surrounding the center, or eye, of a storm is constantly rushing toward the low-pressure void in the middle.
Yeah, okay. Very simple stuff. Yeah, paper airplane on a toy globe only see in Hollywood movies. 100% agree, globe reality. Face reality. Tanurko. I use a tilt master to keep me away from the globe, as it makes no difference in reality. Yeah. So, again, how can I reiterate this, guys? Based on the globe model, you require the Earth to be moving separate from anything that relieves the Earth's surface, hence what they're teaching here. Veritasium has said this, the National Geographic has said this, and soon we're going to get to more National Geographics. We're going to get to Bill Nye, and we're going to get to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Hi Aaron Armstrong, thank you for being here. Low pressure seeks high pressure. No, yes. High pressure goes into low pressure. Aaron, so sorry if I did say that wrong. Yes, high to low, not low to high. It's anyway, what happens is the high pressure rises, the low pressure takes its place underneath, and it causes a vortex. That's how it works. Now, because the wind is already moving, because of the storm moving from the east, therefore you get the storm and the hurricane working. Remember the topography where I have the video showing how hurricanes are formed? That's why. Only difference is on the globe model, it's based on the Earth rotation. In reality, it's not, because we are stationary. But remember, this is based on teaching the anti-flat earthers, the globe defenders, that claim we have a Velcro Atmo, to learn their own model. Because when they do claim conservation of linear momentum, which they always show, they are throwing away their own model and conceding the Earth to be stationary, because we do not then observe the Coriolis. Yeah, simple stuff. And I think it has frozen. But anyway, they're just explaining the storms. This is another one. I actually showed this on my channel before, guys. Flat Earth Science Education. What are they based on then? Hey Flat Sabbath, good to see you. Yeah, no snipers use toilet physics. I agree, Flat Sabbath. You are sitting in where I'm sitting in the bush, where people actually shoot far ranges all the time. I mean, there's a lot of hunting going on here. We have literally a gun range on the top here where people actually go and do competitions, long range shooting and stuff. And no one accounts for Coriolis. And I mean, I'm quite close to the equator. You would expect someone to account for Coriolis. Yeah. Sorry guys, but it's just not. The main factor that is accounted for is the angle drop and the wind deflection, but definitely not Coriolis, guys. Okay. It's good to see everybody that's joined. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please just hit that like button and share. Really do appreciate it. Let's see what the poll says. Earth-based Coriolis means Earth rotates under us. Out of 56 votes, yes 45%, no 55%. And it's good to see nobody says I'm unsure. Although we should put all the anti-flat earthers as I'm not sure, because yeah, they are really unsure when it comes to things. So let's carry on to the next video.
With a simple game of catch, I think I've found a way to show an effect that will have you doubting your very own eyes. Now
remember guys, it's an effect. Optical effect. It's not a physical force. It's a fictitious force. It appears to be deflecting. Yeah.
I remember this video. This is quite a good demonstration, this video.
Yeah, I actually did a video on this before. A few videos on it.
Yeah.
It's actually quite good. It's,
yeah, using the roundabout is good to demonstrate it, especially with a fixed camera on the roundabout, or if you've got a drone above it from the opposite way, looking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Virus, Coriolis is strongest at the poles.
You don't say that.
Virus, let me explain it to you. It's based from moving faster to a slower environment, or slower to a faster. So if you're going from the equator up to the north or to the south, you are moving from a faster reference to a slower reference. That's why you get that deflection. You get it? You are overtaking the previous position that you were moving. That's how it works. Hey TB, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Yeah, let's carry on.
Know it yet, but our budding ball players sitting on our specially rigged merry-go-round are about to demonstrate a rather astonishing optical illusion. Right, here's the game.
Remember, I said optical illusion. Thank you for saying it, dude. Did you used to watch SOS? I used to love SOS with him. You know the car SOS program, where they actually used to get the cars and restore them. They steal the cars and they restore them for the owners without them knowing. That was quite cool. Neo the One, hey dude, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Model runway or heliocentric? Only one of them actually exists. Guess which? The model runways exist. It's an actual job. Heliocentric? There's not actually a heliocentric model because they can't show us the actual model. Yeah, that's also why they keep changing things and they have more than one equation for the same so-called effect. Hi McSneaky, thank you for coming. Let's carry on.
Okay, right, you're going to throw the ball straight to, what's your name, Victor, right? But this time, I'm going to complicate things slightly. I'm going to rotate the merry-go-round counterclockwise. So you throw it whilst it's moving. What's going to happen?
I don't know why, but I feel like if we're going fast enough, like I might...
Yeah, remember? He's saying they're throwing it straight while he's spinning them counterclockwise. Pay attention.
Actually be the one catching the ball.
Okay, so you're going to throw it and you're going to catch it, all right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, what's going to happen? Oh, it's going to veer off to the left. So the ball
veer
is
off
going
to
to
the left,
off
guys.
to the
That's
left.
what he's saying. It's veering off to the left.
And you might catch it, possibly. Okay, good.
There's no heliocentric model.
I think it's
Yes,
just going to
Andrew.
come straight to me.
Yes, Andrew. There's no heliocentric model. Can you please show us the heliocentric model? Because I find it really odd that you guys always want a flat Earth model, but there's no such thing as a heliocentric model. There's a conglomerate of models, but which all contradict themselves. So sorry about that.
And I'm going to catch it like the champion that I am.
Show me the catch.
Okay.
Okay, great. Right,
Catch it like that, guys. Remember, that's what he's saying.
Spencer.
Okay, so he's just talking about how he's going to actually throw it. I just don't want to pause all the time, otherwise it's really irritating. Every single time any modern commercial jet is used, rotation is measured. Rudolph, no, they do not measure any rotation. Where the hell have you heard that from? Because that's just rubbish. That's something like Wolfie would say. But then again, yes, Wolfie doesn't actually understand anything when it comes, because he knows, but he has to lie to keep his globe alive. So anyway, hopefully I'll still have that Flat Earth pilot coming on tomorrow for an interview. I'm just waiting to finalize it with him. I really, really hope he can come on tomorrow. So that will be great. Let's see. Number A, ball caught by thrower.
By the person opposite.
B, caught by the opposite thrower.
By the person to the thrower's left. Or by...
Yeah, or C, caught by the thrower's left, or ball caught by whatever. Okay, let's see.
Throw the ball.
Throw the ball. Whoop. Oh, what happened? She threw it straight at him. Where did it go? It went to him, guys. Did she actually throw it at him? No. They rotated underneath the ball. So when they rotated underneath, the ball went exactly the same path. He moved underneath, and the deflection, because of the angular momentum, it deflected. Understand? Look at that again. Whoa! Okay, let's see.
So the answer was D. It was caught by the person on the thrower's right.
Check. She's throwing it straight. Remember, they're all turning this way.
Our camera angles seem to show the ball.
Whoop. See? She was here when she threw it, so it went straight. It was an actual straight path. It just seemed to rotate, seemed to deviate, because they turned underneath. So in other words, he just moved from here to catch it. The ball just left and went there. He just went from there to catch it.
Bend in the air. So is that a camera effect, or are we seeing what they saw?
Ooh.
Hang on, this couldn't get much...
No, it's definitely just the optical effect. Like I said, he moved underneath to catch the ball. Can you imagine a sniper taking out their handy dandy math note before taking a shot? Exactly, Travis. There's no ways anybody goes and takes Coriolis into account. How much people have done, I mean, you have world records of snipers taking shots kilometers and kilometers away, making kills. And they didn't take any Coriolis into effect, guys. Nothing. Because it doesn't exist.
It's more simple. The idea was just to throw the ball straight to Victor to show us his amazing catching skills.
Right.
Yeah, it did. It just curved right over this way.
So let me get this straight. So you threw, somehow you threw the ball, it left your hands,
Yeah.
and then what?
And then it
And
just
then it
got
went that
sucked over
way.
to him.
Yeah, it didn't get sucked that way. You threw it straight. You guys just moved around to catch it. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw a perfect throw.
What did you say?
Yeah, curved right in.
Right, so
Yeah.
we're all agreeing here the ball curved in.
Remember? She was here when she let it go, so it's moving straight. So he's moving below. It's still traveling that straight line, but because they are moving, it seems to curve.
Mid-air.
Yeah.
There we go. See, it was still their straight line. It was thrown straight.
Yeah.
It didn't
And you didn't-
actually
but you didn't cheat at all.
deflect. This is how the Coriolis effect works. So according to your globe, you require two reference frames. You require the inertial reference frame and the non-inertial reference frame. The inertial reference frame from the ball moving, the non-inertial where you guys are moving. So, like this example with the aeroplane, the ball, it leaves the Earth's surface, therefore ground rotates underneath it. Remember, he talked about the rockets leaving the Earth's surface. Remember talking about the aeroplane leaving the Earth's surface? Talking about the ball leaving the Earth's surface. Yeah, Tony Whitcomb. NASA even say the fly and non-rotating in 44 statements, not my words. There's suck it up ballers. Yep, 100%.
No, I didn't.
Okay, and do you know why it did that?
Yeah, why did it do that?
No idea. It's called the Coriolis effect.
Coriolis
It's very
effect.
simple. It's objects in motion appearing to be, it's an optical illusion, appearing to be deflected off their intended course. So what?
It's an optical illusion for objects appearing to be deflected off their intended course. It's just appearing to do that. It's not actually doing that. That's why we laugh at Wolfie when he says he can't, like this other guy that says pilots take this effect into account. What in the bloody hell? Planes cannot take Coriolis into effect because they are the ones in the inertial reference frame. if you're in the inertial reference frame, you cannot take account of Coriolis because you are not seeing any deflection. The people in the non-rotating reference frame, example the non-inertial reference frame, the people on Earth watching the plane is the ones watching the so-called deviation. So they would see Wolfie deviate. They do not see this. No one sees this. Therefore, Earth does not rotate underneath anyone. Got it? And when you guys, anti-flat Earth says, well, the Atmo is moving with us, therefore conserving momentum, you are throwing away Coriolis effect. You are throwing away your globe model, and you are conceding Earth is a stationary horizontal plane. Welcome to Flat Earth.
What's actually happening here is you are throwing this ball. You can only throw a ball in a straight line. Can I clear that up straight away?
Yes.
Yeah. Even though it appears in your eyes to be bending.
Yes.
So you throw the ball straight, still going straight.
Still going straight.
Is moving,
Still going straight. Wow.
All of a sudden,
see,
look who's in
the
front
same
of the
path.
straight moving ball.
See, threw it at the right straight path. He just moved underneath to come and pick it up.
It
Therefore,
looks like it's
seeming
bent
to
off to the
rotate.
right because you're...
Very, very simple stuff, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm really enjoying this. And next we even have Bill Nye the Science Guy. But before we go on to there, let's just have a little chat. How's it going, PJ? Any thoughts?
Yeah, good. I'm good.
Any thoughts on what you saw?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about change to flat Earth education. And if what I believe is that if what I believe is a religion, then what you believe is a religion too, without a doubt.
Yeah, no, 100%. I hope this is making sense to the guys, making it as simple as I possibly can get it.
I think it's a brilliant demonstration with the roundabout. I think I've always thought that's a pretty good video. It's nice. It sets it out in layman's terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just have to say, Flat Earth Science Education says nope, it's been measured. What has been measured? How's it been measured? Would you maybe hop onto Discord or Gilded and come chat to us about how it's been measured, Flat Earth Science Education? Oh, I see. Sean Hawkins is back in chat. Nice.
Nice.
Straight with the ad hominems. Anyway, okay, are we ready to carry on with the show?
Absolutely.
Okay, I hope it's showing. Let's see. Okay, it seems to be showing. Now, guys, this is Bill Nye the Science Guy, one of your beautiful priests. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Wind all over the world is caused by heating and cooling of the Earth.
Yes, remember, wind all over the Earth is caused by wind, heating, and cooling. Just like I explained why we have hurricanes on a flat Earth. You know, heat expands, cooling, it subtracts, that's how it happens, it moves around. Hence why we have wind, and it's amazing how wind moves in all directions the whole time. Give me 2 seconds, please. The children that should have been asleep over an hour ago. Okay. Well, by Sean Hawkins, your new sock account is also deleted because you are a vulgar, lying. Yeah, I'm not going to say the word. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you, Bill, for clarifying that wind is created by the heat and the cold. Let's go.
Wind can do work. Hey, look at that. And it makes sailboats.
Yeah,
Go!
sailboat. Okay, we obviously don't need to see this little piece. Just going to mute this while he's playing that. Tony Whitcomb. Apparent deflection. We don't see that on Earth that's supporting each other. Exactly, Tony. That's the whole point. That's why they defend why we shouldn't see it. So they're conceding the Earth is stationary. It's actually sad. They have to throw their own narrative away to show it's not rotating. Very sad indeed. That's why we are educating them today on what the actual globe education is. So we educate them what their own religion is, and if they're not going to accept it, let's put it this way. If you accept what Coriolis effect is based on your actual religion as the narrative on the globe, we expect you to provide us evidence of this. you cannot provide us evidence of this, so you are then having to concede the Earth is stationary. Or you can concede you do not see the effect because you have to throw away your religion, the narrative of how it works, and still concede the Earth is stationary. Do you understand the issue here, guys? No matter what you're doing, you have to concede the Earth is stationary because we do not view Coriolis effect of Earth. It's just not there. Sorry to be... I don't know how much more clear I can make this, guys, to you.
Real wind doesn't come from a fan.
Yeah, it doesn't.
In nature, wind is caused by the heat from the sun and the rotation of the Earth.
Remember, the wind is caused by the sun, the heat, and the rotation of the Earth, guys. So it's causing the wind, guys. Remember that. On your model, it's causing the wind.
That's what makes these intricate patterns of clouds that we see on this photo from space.
Photo from space. Okay, anyway. Do you guys see what he says? Intricate clouds. Are those clouds moving in different directions? Are they moving uniform with the Earth? No. So again, tell me how the Earth rotation is causing Velcroed atmosphere.
It works something like this.
Sparky Markley, stop saying religion, it's not a religion. Yes, we've shown this before. Heliocentrism is a religion. It's Helios, sun god, centric, center. Heliocentric. You are worshipping the sun god as the center of your universe. Heliocentric. It's a religion. You might not be able to accept it, but that is it. It's a religion. It's hard facts. Unfortunately, I don't know much more how I can break it to you, but you're in a religion. Okay, let's carry on.
This is our great big plastic wind box of science.
Plastic wind boxes. Don't you guys love how they always have to bring in containment to demonstrate the Earth? Why does he need to demonstrate this with a container, guys, if the Earth is said to be open? Just had to point that out.
Science. These lights represent the sun. This ice represents the North and South poles.
Yeah.
So here's what happens.
Yeah.
Energy from the sun.
Energy from the sun, guys.
And warms the air over the land.
Yeah. The energy from the sun warms the air over the land. That's good. So thermal expansion, the gases are going to get more energy and expand just like we expect it to. Okay, let's see what else is happening.
Air molecules get going faster. They spread
moving,
further apart,
jiggling around.
so they don't weigh as much for the room they take.
Yeah, okay.
Cold air can push the warm air up.
Push the warm air up. Remember, the colder air is pushing the warm air up, guys. Notice what's happening. The cold air is taking the place of the warmer air, rising in the closed container.
That's why we say warm air rises.
Yeah,
so
warm air
happening.
rises.
The smoke shows us that the air is sinking over the cold poles.
Wow.
Flowing over the cities.
Flowing, yeah.
And then rising over the warm
You see it sinking and flowing, hence wind, and it's rising.
parts.
Yeah.
See, it goes around
In the
a
closed
great big
box.
circle.
Remember, in a closed container, guys. Whoop, 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 whoop. Very simple stuff. So yeah, again, flat Earth scientists case prove what? Bill Nye is talking the truth. He's demonstrating how wind works on Earth, just like I explained it. Cold air and hot air. That's how gas reacts. The reason why we see what we do. Hey, Skeptic 936. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. He's also one of the Patreon members on the channel. Really appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, so far we're seeing that the globe religion requires containment to demonstrate movement of gases. We see that they require 2 reference frames, that you have to leave Earth's surface to have the Coriolis effect to take place, and that we do not actually observe this happening. Uh-oh.
And that's what happens on the Earth.
Yeah, that's what happens on the Earth.
The Earth is spinning.
Okay.
So the wind starts spinning.
Okay.
That's why wind comes from all different directions.
That's why the Earth starts spinning. That's why the wind comes from all different directions. Now, tell me again how this works with a Velcro atmo on Earth.
Wind is wild.
And slap as you express yourself. Okay, you could try growing up. Yeah, sorry, I almost read that. But yeah, that's what they get to when they don't have anything. Oh no, my favorite one, guys, from Neil deGrasse Tyson. But I think before we get there, no, I'm not misrepresenting the globe virus. I'm showing exactly what these guys are saying. I'm taking exactly what they are saying and telling you what they are saying. So tell me how am I misrepresenting the globe virus. That's what Coriolis is, just like they explained it, and I'm taking what they're saying. Let's go look at the topic. Out of 70 votes, Earth-based Coriolis means Earth rotates under us. Yes, 44%. No, 51%. I'm unsure, 1%. We actually got an unsure. Wow. Okay. Notice how he only uses explanation meant for children. Yes, I use explanation meant for children because I literally have to explain it to you guys like children. Okay, Tony Wickham. Really sad, Okum. I thought you was a truther. Yeah, he claims to be a truther. Tyson looks a bit pasty. Yeah. Wow. Any thoughts quickly, PJ, before we move on to Neil deGrasse Tyson? Hey, Paul, I see you also jumped in.
Yeah, it wasn't about Coriolis, though. Somebody said something about gravity being the container. How can something that's not been proven, that's a theory, and non-physical be a container?
Actually, it's a colloquial theory because it's not scientifically validated.
Well, because
it's a mystic
you need evidence for a theory, don't you?
Yeah, it's a mystic meg, and it's all just based on correlations because they see things fall, therefore they have a belief that mass is attracting mass, but they have a problem because gravity is not a force, so it totally invalidates the necessity for M equals ma, which you require to have gravity.
Yeah.
So gravity not a force, you cannot use F equals ma, therefore gravity does not do anything because you require a force to have an acceleration. Coriolis as well requires a force to have a vectitious force, because vectitious force first is, how can I say it? The fictitious force requires a status of beginning of a force. That's why when you have a roundabout, it's an actual force turning that roundabout. Then you have the fictitious force of the person seeming to want to fall off or seeming to deviate based on the actual force movement. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey Paul, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Are you able to talk?
Yep. I just wondered if anyone had provided a citation for gas moving in lockstep, because I'd be interested to see that.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah, I haven't seen any citation for that, but we have been hearing a lot of claims that it is going, and I mean, I think I've made it very clear based on the heliocentric priests what the Coriolis force and effect really is on Earth, and it goes against what these guys are preaching, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't seem to know what they're claiming, though, do they?
That's it.
Depends on which anti-flat earther you speak to, really, to be honest.
Actually, yeah.
Evening, Paul. Anyway, you good?
Yep, fine, yep.
Cool.
Okay, so when you guys are ready, I think we can move on to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
All ready when you are.
I'm all ready. Believe me, I'm ready. Okay, guys, let's move to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I want you guys to listen to his words really properly. Please. Okay.
We should talk about the Coriolis force,
yes.
First of all, okay?
Yeah.
It's not really a force. In fact, we officially call it a fictitious force.
Like I was saying, it's not really a force. We call it a fictitious force. Remember, you require a force to be able to have a fictitious force. Now, the Coriolis force is not an actual force. It's a fictitious force because it's optical.
It feels like you're a force if you're in the middle of experiencing it. But it's not actually a force.
Yeah, like the roundabout.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay.
See how confused I look.
It's what happens if you try to move in a straight line on something that's rotating.
Yeah.
Aha.
Then your path on that rotating
Yeah.
object is not a straight line.
Yeah, your path on that object is not okay. Turning test 2. Last time I looked, the Earth and we're rotating at the same time, only once a day around the axis. When did you ever observe this? Because I've never observed any rotation of Earth We do, however, see the luminaries in the sky take its cyclic path around us. But when have we ever moved? When have you observed this? Please provide us with that evidence. Bill Nye was a Comedy Central reject, so he went to Globe Comedy instead. Pure Blood, thank you for coming as well. Okay, let's carry on.
Even though you swear you're moving in a straight line.
Yeah.
Okay. So take for example a spinning platter. We used to call those record players. Okay.
Ooh, record players. Yeah, I just have to say, hey, Dustin Bones, thank you for coming. Remember, we get a lot of times the anti-flat earthers telling us, oh, you guys always evoke the merry-go-round. We don't live on a merry-go-round. Well, then you guys are going to have to contact this guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and say, we don't live on a record player, because he's actually giving the same explanation on a record player. It's quite odd. Hey, Dan the Waterman, thank you for being here. I'm live on, guys, just to shout out, I'm live now on FETV. The link is in the description box below and in the live chat now. It's an awesome FE channel radio station and television channel. You guys are really, really awesome and welcome to go and subscribe there. It's really great, so we can get it out to a wider audience. The truth is really, really needed to get to a wider audience everywhere. So please do yourself a favor, go to the link and listen to it and watch it. Thank you again, Dan the Waterman, for getting up. Love you too, man. You guys are awesome. And thank you to all the supporters here. Please again, just hit that like button, share, so we can get out to further audience. Let's listen to what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say about the spinning record player.
Oh, nice. You could spin it, put it at 33 1/3 RPM.
Ooh, the Mason number, guys, 33. And
take sort of chalk and start at the edge and make a straight line to the spindle.
Yeah.
If you do that and then stop the thing and look at what...
Why does it look to me like he's high or something whenever he talks? Have you guys realized that? It's almost like he's like high or drunk or something when he talks. It's like... Just look at his facial expression. But yeah, remember he's explaining the apparent deflection you would have based on the spinning disc or merry-go-round or earth or whatever you guys want to call it.
Your chalk line down.
It's high in stardust.
Stardust. That's because of that magical speed.
Yeah.
The magical speed. The merry-go-round because it goes too fast. Okay, let's go.
Be this curve from the edge of the platter.
You see his face, check there.
Right. So if you are on that platter, you would say there's some force pushing this chalk in a direction that's to the side.
Wow. Profound.
This is how you would interpret what you saw.
Yeah. Very
and so
profound.
you would invoke, you say there must be a force.
Must be a force. Yes, there is a force because the disc is spinning. Remember, you require force to create a fictitious force. No force, no fictitious force. Hence, gravity, no force, no acceleration. Yeah. Simple physics, guys.
And in this case, we would call that the Coriolis force. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, there's no such force acting on the system.
Yeah, meanwhile, there's no such force acting on the system. Yeah, this guy is kind of looking funny. I do agree. If it's rotating underneath, then I should stay in the same place. If I'm rotating at the same time, then I would stay in the same place. No, turning test, we do not observe that. You might want to go back to the beginning of the stream where I explained it to you. You are trying to explain conservation of linear momentum. The Coriolis force uses the conservation of angular momentum. There's a difference, and it would still move underneath you while you are separated from the surface. Also, do you conserve energy infinitely, or do you actually use that energy up? Just a thought.
So that's what's going on there. So so this would happen to anybody trying to do a straight line or any kind of path on something that's in motion. If you try to do it on a merry-go-round.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Merry-go-round. That's our favorite one so far, merry-go-rounds, and he uses a record player. Dustin Bones. Oh wait, first Skeptic936, thank you for your super chat, $10. Wow, awesome. Thank you very, very much. Do appreciate the super chats. Yeah, Tony, welcome for your super chat earlier as well. Thank you very much. NDT is the funniest clown the ballers have to represent them. Yeah, I guess that's why he always looks high and drunk, because he has to actually prepare himself to to preach this nonsense. I think that's the whole best we can put it. Yeah, this is the best they have to represent them. Yeah, I would love to actually debate Neil deGrasse Tyson if he would love to, but yeah, unfortunately he doesn't debate flat earthers. Remember? Instead they send clowns like Not a Professor Dave, which gets scripted. By the way, it was, I think it was one of the it was a recent after show I watched for FTFE, and them said Professor Dave, not Professor Dave, actually contacted him against the, before they had Dave Wife's debate. I don't know if you guys know this, and they had to actually give him his argument. They gave him his script for the debate, guys. So the so-called not Professor Dave didn't actually have his own arguments to present. He presented what the anti-flat earth globers gave him to present. Wow. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Yes. He's supposed to be a so-called professor. Don't you think he would know the arguments? Really odd.
You could try to walk in a straight line, but it's not going to work. Right. Relative to the merry-go-round.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's all it is.
You'll also look like a drunk person.
Yes.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
He's tried it, guys.
But wait, Chuck, it was stationary when you did it.
Remember, we don't actually see this in reality, guys. Remember, rim velocity, the thing you guys also love to ignore. Rim velocity. Yes, you say 15 degrees an hour. But what is the distance between that 15 degrees an hour? Very, 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 how can I put it, defying it towards a globe. That's why they have to ignore rim velocity.
All right. So, perhaps the most common invocation of the Coriolis force is that which forces winds on Earth to curve into storms.
Okay, remember guys, the globe religion preaches this. It's the Earth rotation. The separate winds are curving due to the rotation of it because of its angular, conservation of angular momentum, not linear momentum, guys. So in other words, it's not moving with the Earth. It's staying behind because the Earth is moving along, and that's why the storm is rotating in the different hemispheres at different clockwise and anti-clockwise. As simple as that.
Okay. So there's an air.
Yeah.
You know, air moves.
No shit.
Okay. On Earth's surface.
Okay. Yeah. Moves on Earth's surface.
But Earth's surface is rotating with the solid Earth.
Earth's surface is rotating with the solid Earth. That makes sense, yes, because Earth's surface is attached to the Earth. Remember, based on the heliocentric model.
So here I am, and I see a low pressure system.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm a nice puffy cloud.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if I see a low pressure system, I'm going to go towards the low pressure system. Because
yes, you're going to go towards a low pressure system because why? Higher pressure system moves to lower pressure system, yeah.
Because that must mean there's a higher pressure behind me, and I get pushed into the low pressure system.
Where was gravity now, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You were pushed by the higher pressure system into the lower pressure system. You know, like if Earth was an open system, yeah, we can actually demonstrate in containment pressure gradients, but yeah, where is this closed system on Earth? Because yeah, you guys are kind of explaining everything in closed systems. Because if you had to explain it in open systems, you would be killing your own arguments. Very simple.
Gravity is certainly picky in what it affects, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's what I say. Just how what he just said now debunks their whole gravity holds gas down argument. Because he literally said he would be pushed by the high pressure to low pressure. Where's gravity now?
There's gravity to pull it, yeah.
And we saw with Bill Nye where he says heat rises. So, where's the heat going? Upwards. The cold
Exactly,
is
it's going up. So
down.
gravity doesn't pull the heat down, does it? Weird that, isn't it? It's very weird.
They have so much contradictions, it's uncanny.
And they think we've got contradictions. Wow.
Yeah. Paul, do you have anything to say on this? I guess not. Okay. Let's move on.
Okay? And I'm going to make a beeline for it, or a cloud line for it. Okay. So there I am. But wait. If I'm going north to meet my low pressure system, and I'm a cloud south of it, we're in the northern hemisphere now.
Okay.
Wait a minute. As I go north, I find myself overtaking the low pressure system.
Oh, wow. Conservation of angular momentum.
Because my sideways motion is faster where I started from than where the low pressure is.
Yeah, remember what they were showing here with the plane? Because you're overtaking your position. Remember with the little plane here, the paper plane, because you're overtaking your position. Anyway, well, let's just go back on.
And we've done this before. The equator is moving 1,000 miles an hour sideways.
Oh.
And if you're up at northern Florida or DC or in New York, you're moving slower.
Hey, Akamvirus Coriolis is about the conversation of angular momentum. Thank you. Angular momentum, Akamvirus. But is that angular momentum separated from the ground? Then why is it that people show us the conservation of linear momentum? You know, like when you get people like Simon Dan showing the tractor moving and showing the conservation of linear momentum? Yeah, might want to go correct you guys. Pure Blood, I'm trying my best to be a translator for this guy. Sorry.
From west to east than the equator is. Yeah, you're all part of the same solid object. Yes. But you complete one circle in the same amount of time as folks at the equator do, and they travel a longer distance to do it.
They did, apparently.
So therefore you must be traveling more slowly. They must be traveling faster than you. Here's the point. I'm a cloud birthed near the equator.
Okay, before we do it, remember he said at the equator you're moving faster than someone at the pole. So therefore, they're both moving 15 degrees an hour at different rim velocities. So when you ignore rim velocity, you are just ignoring the movement of your Earth, the rotation. Ha 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 ha. That's why when the anti-flat earthers say, but no, we don't look at rim velocity, we look at the 15 degrees an hour. And then they compare it to a little disc like this moving literally like this and say, look, this is the speed we are moving. No, you're not. What's the distance between there compared to the distance on Earth? Rim velocity is your downfall, guys. That's why they are dishonest in ignoring rim velocity, because rim velocity changes from the north to the south.
I'm going sideways 1,000 miles an hour. Now I start marching north. I'm not touching the Earth.
I'm not touching the Earth, guys. Would that mean he's separated from Earth?
I'm floating in the atmosphere. And I see the low pressure system, and I find myself overtaking it.
So, tell me again, how is the Atmo moving with the Earth?
And I end up veering to the right.
Okay. Yeah.
And by the same token, a puff of cloud north of that low pressure system
just goes opposite.
It too wants to reach the low pressure system. Except it's traveling slower than the low pressure system. It goes south and it lags behind.
The Pig Behind Entities from The Hobbit by J. Tolkien. Yeah, 33. That one, is it that one? Because that's from the guy that cut his ear, Van Gogh. That's a Van Gogh painting there, as far as I know. Or is that the one you're talking about, Skeptic? Because I know Van Gogh has that same style.
So all the air migrating north goes...
Adults use RPM. Yes. Flats, you are... What? Flats? Are you on drugs? Overdosed on caffeine or something? You're acting really weird. And how am I acting weird? I'm laughing because it's a funny thing to laugh at idiocy. Because you guys are ignoring your own preachers. That's why.
Ends up ahead of the storm, and all the air going south. And
oh, there I see. Is that the one? Okay, so they just gave it the same style, probably. Makes sense, Skeptic.
Ends up behind the storm.
Is from The Hobbit. Equals 33. That's actually very interesting. And remember, he did even reference 33 earlier now, because he is actually a Mason, guys. Because of his fat head. Oh, yeah, I want to actually go check if I can find it. Van Gogh. There we go. Vincent van Gogh. Let's see if we can find it. I actually had to do for one of my... There it is. I actually had to do this one before when I had to do an exam. I had to paint this. Van Gogh. There we go. Let's see what this says. Starry Night. Full Van Gogh, born in the Netherlands, But yeah, it's Starry Night. Very interesting. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson, carry on preaching, brother.
Put all this together, you get a counterclockwise circulation around the low pressure system, otherwise known as a storm.
Yeah, known as a storm. Hey, Science Works in Mysterious Ways, thank you for coming. No worries, Skeptic. It could actually look like that. I haven't seen it before, so maybe it did look like that. But maybe they got a Van Gogh style to it, that's why. But like I said, he did reference 33 in the beginning, you know, with the record player as well. Because he loves to reference 33, by the way. It's just something very interesting the Masons have to do in plain sight to actually show they are a Mason.
Because the cloud carries moisture. And if you're a cloud magnet, all right, and so low pressure systems are nucleate storms.
Okay.
For this reason.
Okay.
So what speed do I need to do, Neil, to overcome a Coriolis force?
You have
45 instead of 33 and a third.
See, again, 33 and a third, guys. We're just speaking about 33. Thank you.
Oh, well played. I got you.
Oh, 78? You don't want the 78?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y'all some old farts there on the other side.
Yeah.
So the point is, the storms have so much weather going on in them because all the weather is trying to get to the low pressure system.
I wonder why. Why do they try and go to the low pressure? Even in defiance of the globe gravity. Because remember, gravity's pulling it down. Why is it not pulling it down? Why is it just ignoring it and let it just move into its directions?
And the low pressure system is the center of the storm. That's why there's rain at a hurricane. Okay, oh, and by the way, you know about the eye of the hurricane?
Okay, yeah, carry on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not going to say something and have you tear me to pieces, am I?
The eye of the
sounds
hurricane.
like a no, right?
Okay.
right.
Okay, let's see what he says about the eye of the hurricane, guys.
Do you know what's happening? Well, I think I do.
Okay, yeah.
No.
So the eye of the hurricane is completely clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
No rain, and it's perfectly quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. And
that's why it's called the calm in the storm. When you're in the eye of the hurricane, then it's the calm before the storm again.
Saw a movie
Yeah.
called Marooned. It was a 1960s pre-moon landing movie.
Okay. Pre-moon
We knew
landing.
we were headed there, so Hollywood started making movies about this. So the astronauts who were marooned in space, I don't remember why. And we got
all before the moon landing. I didn't know the propaganda to hype up the moon landings. Anyway, he's just going to talk about this kind of stuff. He's kind of explained everything we need to know. Back to the polls. 87 votes. Earth-based Coriolis means Earth rotates under us. Yes, 47%. No, 52%. And I'm unsure, 1%. So, yeah. PJ, Paul, any thoughts? Oh. And while we're waiting for them to come on, anybody that wants to come onto Discord or onto Gilded, please do and come and have a chat with us about your Coriolis. It would be very great if anybody can actually come defend their so-called Coriolis for the actual globe argument or the anti-flat earth, but just make sure you bring evidence for it, please. Yeah, so PJ, Paul, any news?
Yeah, no, I think all's going good. Like I say, the roundabout demonstration earlier was brilliant. What you call him? Oblate spheroid guy, the dimensionally challenged Earth guy. What's his name? He's just, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, doesn't he? But he really doesn't.
No, I think he knows. I think he has to, like I said, he's representing the religious heliocentric Earth, so he has to try and word it in a way to present it.
Yeah. But if you actually believe what he's saying, then he wouldn't know what he's talking about. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like a like a reverse psychology thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, based on what we just saw with everybody there, if we had to fly in an airplane, and let's say for me, for instance, I would fly, because I'm close to the equator and I'm going to fly north now, and I want to get to my destination quicker, would it be viable for me to just fly north and to an easterly direction so I can get there faster?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you'd think if you're going against the Earth spin, you would get there faster, like you said. If you're going away from the Earth spin, then you get there in a longer time.
Yeah, because think about it, the Earth is supposed to be there moving faster than you. Let's say that's why they say when they fly the plane and you're moving. Yeah. Let's say the plane can fly at 800 miles an hour, and you're flying west. Yeah. You're flying in the opposite direction. Now you have to catch the Earth rotation. So in other words, you're flying backwards.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. You, in some ways, you're not getting anywhere, are you? Yeah. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah.
It's like taking a treadmill, and you are speeding. You miniature size on the treadmill, and you're speeding up. But the treadmill's going faster than your top speed. You're speeding as fast as you can, but you cannot get to your location because the treadmill is moving faster. That's the whole point. Now, if you have to turn around, the ground is still going to move faster than you, so you get to your destination quicker because it's bringing the ground towards you.
Yeah, isn't it mad that a rocket needs to go 17,500 miles an hour to escape Earth's atmosphere, but yet gravity can't pull down a helium balloon? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's why they sort of with buoyancy. I actually want to do a stream on buoyancy doesn't need gravity sometime, because unfortunately when you do say density and buoyancy, the stigma's attached. Buoyancy requires gravity. Just because the equations got gravity doesn't require it to have gravity. It's simple as that. No. It's just actually simply displacement based on the density.
Absolutely, yeah, that'd be interesting, definitely. Because it might sound basic to some people, but it's I don't know everything about it. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody does. So yeah, absolutely, it'd be good to learn.
Yeah. So anybody wanting to come and chat, please do let us know. I got the Discord link, and I'm gonna send the links again for Gilded and for Discord if anybody wants to come and chat about this. Gilded.
Well, they're all out there in chat asking for a flat Earth measurement. So why don't they come and present their evidence in Discord or Gilded, or do you know what I mean? Like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just staying in chat all the time. They keep asking me for measurements that I haven't got at hand, obviously. So why don't you come and present your evidence for a globe Earth?
Yeah. I mean, we are all here. We're waiting for you guys. It'd be great if any of you actually want to come defend the actual Coriolis claim like we just showed you guys, or the anti-flat earth Globiolis claim. So you guys can choose which one you want to defend, but like I said, in the end of the day, it's a catch-22 because it doesn't matter which one you're defending, you are conceding it's a stationary plane.
That's it.
So it's a die on a hill, but which hill you decide to die on.
That's it. It's double-edged sword. Double-edged sword, I like it.
So is there not anyone brave enough to come and challenge on the Coriolis force? Come on, what's going on? Where's anybody? It's amazing how these guys have all the cojones to be a keyboard warrior and just type away, but as soon as you ask them to actually come and defend it, to talk to us, then they run away.
It's mad you said keyboard warrior, because there's someone in chat that I called a keyboard warrior in comments yesterday. Nice. But yeah, I get what you're saying. They are all keyboard warriors, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, where are you guys? Do you guys want to come and actually defend anything? Flat Earth Science Education, Globe claims what's being observed. So which one are you claiming? Flat Earth Science Education, the one where you have 2 reference frames and shows you would require to see the deviation, or the one where you say you only have 1 reference frame and you would not expect to see the deviation? Which one is it? It's one or the other. Okay. Yeah. So, do you want us to actually look for more things? I think I can look for more things quickly. I'm going to look for Simon Dan quickly. How's that sound?
Simon Dan.
Yeah.
I call him Sci-Fi Dan. Yeah, he's quite funny. He's quite funny.
Simon Dan Coriolis. Because he's their main man at the moment.
I liked it when Level Earth Observer challenged him about the cranes, swinging pendulums and all that. Adam turned around and says a bit about the physicality, because it's physical because science says so, and that was what he said. And Adam says the only physicality he's got is him running out the door, not accepting my challenge. He's so funny, that guy.
I just found another video from MIT that I had on my channel a while back as well. I think we first can look at that, then I'll go and look at Simon Dan. Let's see if it's showing. Okay, it's showing. Okay guys, this is from MIT. Please do pay attention what they are saying here. Okay, obviously we do not need the music. I'm going to make it bigger, then I'm just going to talk through it. You see they're on the rotating, they're throwing it straight. They're not moving stationary, in other words. It's traveling in a straight path. They're actually going to demonstrate you the Coriolis effect and how it's supposed to move. See what's happening? They're rotating. Where is the ball going? Oh no, he misses it. But he's throwing a straight path, guys. Both of them throwing straight, but they are rotating away from the ball. So the ball is going this actual path. See, it's mounted to the... You can see it separately, because look at it. There we go. It's a straight path. It's showing it's throwing straight because it's not turning with him. You see the ball's going straight where he threw it. But what's going to happen when they mount the camera rotating with him? It's going to give a deviation of drift. Because it doesn't really... See, now it's mounted on the frame with him. Look how it appears to observe, guys. Remember, it's actually going straight. Oh, does it seem to curve? Look again. He's not throwing it curved, guys, because it's keeping conservation of angular momentum. It's not actually curving, it's only seeming to curve. Yes, so it's the same as when you're on a merry-go-round and it feels like you're going to be thrown off. That momentum is pulling you that way because it's a fictitious force. Simple as that. Look, he's going to try to throw it again. Oh wait, it's seeming to deviate. It's not actually, it's because they're moving out the way from the ball. And this is what's supposed to be observed on Earth. That's why it would be, if you throw it, if you go move the plane towards the rotation, you're going to take longer. If you go against the rotation, you're going to get quicker to your destination. Okay, let's carry on looking for Mr. Tyson, Dan, and Coriolis. Simon and Coriolis effect. You and your reference. Oh, this one from Nathan Oakley. If you guys haven't already, please go subscribe to Nathan Oakley. Yeah, brilliant, Nathan Oakley.
You and your reference frames have been ruined. So I don't know if any of you have seen recently, but good old Nathan Oakley over at Nathan Oakley 1980 has been using my name in many of his videos. I think it's 14 or 15 videos in the last week or so. All off the back of a tweet that I sent him, which was I think it was something like you and your reference frames have been ruined, and there was a little video of a tractor pulling a trampoline and a guy jumping them down on a trampoline. Now
that's linear momentum.
I still think that the point of that video was lost on Nathan, but he wants me to respond, so I think it's only fair that I do.
Okay. And
I figured it out.
Okay.
I figured it out, Nathan. You want to win Most Obsessed with Simon and Dan at the Flat Earth Awards for 2020, don't you? I know it. I knew what's going to happen.
Guys,
you've missed out on Most Annoying Nathan.
Subscribe to Nathan Oakley.
So you're going along the Most Obsessed with Simon and Dan route?
No. You showed linear momentum, the conservation of linear momentum with a tractor, not angular momentum. And you are saying reference frames. You're ruining your own reference frames because you require 2 reference frames to have Coriolis effect. So you are just showing ignorance to Coriolis, Mr. Sci-Man Dan that doesn't actually know science. Yeah. You did see that before, PJ? Okay, I guess PJ is back in the...
Sorry, say that again, Clark.
I say you did see that video.
Yeah, sorry,
before.
say that again.
You did see that video before.
What, the Simon Dan?
Yeah.
The Simon Dan one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay. I'm actually looking for that one from him that we can... Oh, yes, my response to... Because I want to see if he's actually showing the tractor.
So, I don't know if any of you have seen
no, this
recently,
is just that one.
Okay. I know the tractor video he's on about. Is that what you were talking about? The tractor video?
He sent a tweet.
Oh, right, okay, I don't know about that, but I know the tractor video everybody's going on about. I know that video.
Yeah. But anyway, the tractor is simply just conservation of linear momentum, not angular momentum. And
yeah, somebody said in the chat, stick that guy sideways, bouncing. Do you know what I mean? Jump sideways and see what happens then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or just take the walls away because they had a wall in front of that tractor to block the earth.
Yeah.
Block the wind. I mean, and.
Yeah, I actually agreed with you then. I was thinking the same thing.
So yeah, that's sad. I don't know if there's... Oh yeah, I even had a shorts of this. This was my shorts where I was like a while back. Yeah. It's actually like a little song. Where's the song? Where's the sound? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna let it start over again and I can just put the sound on.
Your reference frame. Being ruined. You and your reference frames have been ruined, and there was a little video. Frames have been ruined. Reference frames have been ruined, and there was a little video of a tractor pulling a tram. You and your reference frames have been ruined.
Yeah.
You and your reference
anyway, it's just to say,
ruined.
Saying his reference
frames have been ruined.
I'm actually getting quite hot here now. Hey, Coriolis effect debunked. Amish space station. I've never seen this before. Should we catch this live together? I think that's going to be quite cool since it might be there to be debunked, guys. Let's see. They debunked Coriolis effect. Let's see what they say.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Amish space station.
Hey, Amish space station. How's it going? Don't know you. We'll see what you are. Debunking the already debunked fictitious force claiming the Earth rotation. Within minutes, we have no rotation. Ah, guys, another flat Earth channel. So, I will set the... Let's support the guy.
And today, boy, we are gonna
Let's see what he's going to say. Weisskopf, thank you for being here. I actually want to have Weisskopf on here sometimes so we can actually talk about his debacle with MC Toon and show why MC Toon is actually just being dishonest and moving goalposts again. So it would be great to have you on again sometime, Weisskopf. Let me know. Hey, Geometry channel guys as well. If you want that awesome channel when it comes to map building, the Geometry channel, this is from the realm that I showed you a few nights back. Definitely go onto his channel. If you can put your link in the description for the guy's Geometry, because he's actually very passionate about map making and stuff, and he's got some really awesome stuff. Hey Vainan, good to see you. Thank you for coming. It's the first time I've seen this guy.
Coriolis effect. Oh God.
Has he some good songs? That's cool. So, it's weird how YouTube just decides sometimes when I'm busy streaming it must just buffer. It was working the whole night perfect, now all of a sudden it wants to buffer on me. Linear inertia equals angular inertia, but they're two different momentums, two different vectors, Pure Blood. You do know that. Okay. The Geometry channel, thank you Flattish Fist for putting his link in. Really appreciate it, guys. Flat Earth scientification. So trampoline video debunks the flat Earth claim, right? No, it doesn't debunk any flat Earth. It debunks the globe's argument, and it just shows you being ignorant to what Coriolis is when you bring it up. That's what it shows. Oh man, Amish, why is it doing this? Yeah. So if you guys haven't already, just hit that like button and share, please. Really do appreciate it.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Amish space station.
Yeah.
And today, boy, we are gonna debunk Coriolis effect.
Wow. Let's do this, dude.
Let's just go with the standard.
Okay, while it's loading, if you guys haven't already, please just subscribe. The more people subscribe, the more YouTube will push it out to more people. So please subscribe. And I don't want you just to subscribe for the heck of it. I want you to subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you enjoy being here and you find it even entertaining or educational, whatever, please just subscribe because, yeah, I do put effort into this and I want to grow as a YouTube channel and make better content for you guys. Exactly, common sense indicate it was flat first. Exactly, Weisskopf. Everything is first based off of elevation angles on a flat surface. Science works in some mysterious ways, and or trampoline, but it doesn't. What it doesn't it? Just like the man in the trampoline. Flat Earth science education? No, of course not. The fact that that it hovers, flies directly in the face of the Kármán rotation. Okay. Okay, why is it not working? Come on. It's like he just gets to there and then it stops. Maybe I must put on a lower resolution, 360 maybe. Let's check that out. McSneaky, what link is that? I'm scared to just put a link, but okay, if you guys want to, we can. Let me see. Maybe I can put it up.
Right, for a second. The Coriolis effect, it says, in physics, the Coriolis force is an inertial or fictitious
not actual. Yeah, I like his facial expression.
On an object
Yeah. Yeah, fictitious force, guys. Yeah.
That is in motion within a frame of reference that rotates with respect to an inertial frame.
Huh? What is this supposed to be about? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not going to read it.
Just in the definition of me reading that,
yeah,
the definition says that it's a fictitious force.
Exactly,
directly
Amish.
from Wiki.
Yeah.
Let's read the.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fictitious force. In other words, it requires a physical force to create that fictitious force. Something the globe does not have, by the way. Oh, wow, I'm actually getting quite hot now. I don't know why it's taking so long to buffer, guys. I wish I could fix this, but unfortunately I can't. Anyway, a new channel to go and watch out, I think. I'm putting the link in the description for you guys. I'm definitely going to go through his channel sometime. Thank you, Amish. It looks quite interesting. So, oh, here's another one. Coriolis effect, or why you can't shoot straight. This should be interesting because this is for the globe, guys. Let's see what the globe says about this. First, we have to stop the advert. Let's see. Okay.
Imagine your sniper concealed somewhere in the northern hemisphere.
Okay, guys. This is definitely for the globe, okay? So let's see what this guy says. If he's going to go for anti-flat Earth or the heliocentric religion.
For a target 1,000 yards away. You hold your breath and squeeze the...
Okay. The Force reminds you of the Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Yeah, I still enjoy Star Wars though. Yeah, guys. Nathan Oakley's reference frame. There's the link. Please do subscribe to Nathan Oakley if you haven't already. If you haven't, how dare you? Just do it.
Yeah, I still love science fiction. I just know it's that fiction.
Exactly.
But I still enjoy it.
I still find myself now and then catching myself going, oh, this is so impossible. But then I just have to remind myself, okay, it's just a movie. You're just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just go on.
The heliocentric model, so-called model, at one point I wished it was real. Do you know what I mean? Because if there was an endless space out there, universe out there with planets and all that, it's good to imagine that kind of fantasy thing. Do you know, like meeting other peoples from other worlds and stuff like that. But I know it's just fiction, but I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, we can still just suspend belief, as you would put it, for a bit.
Yeah.
Well, what does Vadan say? Star Wars is...
gay and insufferable.
Are you more of a Star Trek kind of guy, Vaynant? Let's see what this guy says about Coriolis.
Trigger. Somehow you always miss by a few inches.
Why do you miss by a few? Oh, maybe because you didn't take wind into account, or maybe the Magnus effect because the bullet, or maybe your... because check where he's voting. I mean, 1,000 yards, you're usually going to click it up a few clicks because, you know, it drops.
To the right. What the hell, right? Well, you obviously forgot to take...
What'd you say? You obviously forgot to take what? What? I don't know. Did you guys hear what he's supposed to take? The anti-flat Earth Coriolis and the globe Coriolis are the same. No, they're not the same, Oakenvirus. We've explained it time and time again why they are not the same. Globiolis is the anti-flat Earth side and Coriolis is the globe claim. The fact that you say the anti-flat Earth Coriolis and the globe already shows you distinguishing difference between the two.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So he's actually contradicting his own statement.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's loading like this. Sorry guys. This buffering is not very great. I've got about another half an hour we can go on. An hour to about 40 minutes. Is there anybody that actually wants to come in and chat about Coriolis? Let me know. Ooh, they are showing a rotating Earth here. Oh, and it looks like they're showing the differences in rotating above the Earth as well. Really odd. Wisecool, journalism has an email conversation with a guy who has the world's record's longest shot to hit the bullseye. He confirms there is no adjustment for Coriolis. Exactly. There is no such thing as Coriolis effect, guys, like I said.
No, they take the wind into consideration and stuff like that, but no Earth ton, no.
Yeah, I mean, you don't sit there with calculations, oh, I must take Coriolis into account because this little deflection. Ask any sniper or anything, what are the maths you use to work out Coriolis? They're not going to be able to tell you what it is because they do not do it. Any spotter for the people that take long-range shooters, literally tell them this is the wind deflection, this is the angle you have to shoot at, this is... I mean, there's nothing, absolutely nothing with Coriolis.
Yeah, wind direction, speed, and angle, as you say.
Yeah. Wind direction?
Speed and angle. That's all they take into consideration. They don't put no Earth spin into consideration.
Even the Magnus effect from the rifling causes more of an effect than Coriolis, apparently.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think the YouTube people are watching me again because now they're making it buffer again. And I can show you my speed is probably going to be fast, so there's nothing wrong with the speed. It
spins around its axis from west to east once every 24 hours.
Yeah?
Since the circumference of Earth is a little over 24,000 miles, this means a sniper at the equator is moving roughly 1,000 miles per hour.
Rim velocity, guys. Remember that. Rim velocity.
To the east.
Yeah.
But because of the curvature of our planet, someone close...
Remember, you'll have a different tangential velocity the higher you got because you're traveling it the same, you're traveling a lesser distance with the same rotational. So, doing an RPM at a smaller tangential speed, understand? So you're changing tangential speeds when you change circumference. Therefore, this value is very important. Not the 15 degrees, because there's 15 degrees hours, there's 15. It's 15 degrees hours no matter where you go. So when you ignore the rim velocity, you are ignoring Coriolis effect. Very simple stuff. Flat Earth science education. Okay, I don't know why you think rotation physics is an FE claim, but I think you're gonna have a tough time. You'll get stuff in your hands. This kid just used miles per hour, not RPM. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Rim velocity. Everybody that actually knows the heliocentric model uses the rim velocity because that's what is important for the Coriolis. Because all this different circumference circles show the same 15 degrees an hour. What differentiates the difference is the rim velocity. And that's why the anti-flat earthers can't get it. Yes. But even with the furthest range rifles, it's practically negligible. Not the case with 10 plus mile artillery. You need it or you will miss. No, Rufus, you do not even in artillery use Coriolis. The manuals even state stationary. Occamvirus must get paid to be... Unfortunately, I can't give that word. Gamatria, Wombat, thank you for being here. Thank you for that comment, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to show that on the YouTube walls. Okay guys, but you get the point. He's actually giving the actual claim here that goes against the anti-flat earth side. Wow. Coriolis. Where art thou, Coriolis? Oh, we don't actually see Coriolis because it does not exist. Simon Dan Rebuttal, is this the actual channel? Oh. I didn't know this existed. Russ Movie Corner. Oh, is it just the one video? Very interesting. Russ's Movie Corner. Okay. Yeah, so again, guys, if you want to come and chat, please let me know. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you guys about Coriolis. There's the Gilded chat. Here's the Discord. It looks like it's just me and you tonight, PJ. Everybody's too scared to come and chat. Guys, check here.
Yeah. It seems like it. It seems like it. Sorry, I was on mute then.
No stress.
I'm doing a Michael.
Yeah, for now it's going to be called a Michael. Check it.
Yeah, because he'll chat for about 3 minutes, then realise he was on mute.
Yeah, you guys want to understand why I don't have time for Sean Hawkins? Because he's a vulgar guy. Look at this. I just got for nothing. Then it goes on and on and on. Yeah, and again Nathan has timed me out for nothing. Again piece of shit. Then you're discussing dog, and he wants to know why I just don't give a damn if my mods ban him. Because he's vulgar. And he has no respect for anybody. As simple as that. How is this being any way decent to anybody? This is a flippin' slime ball of a human being. I'm sorry. Hey Derek Nelson, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you coming in. Derek, do you have anything to say? Do you want to come and maybe chat in Discord or Gilded or whatever? Oi. So yeah, Rudolph. We're all glad to teach someone who wants to learn, but flat earther won't learn. You should stop projecting, Rudolph, because we are the ones actually teaching you guys your own religion here. And while we're teaching you this, we're showing you whatever side you take, you're going to be throwing away your own religion, and therefore Earth. Oh, I'm going to show that just because you can. Yeah, Flat Earth claims debunked. Parrot. Exactly, it's just parroted. You neither appreciate or deserve our free science lessons. Well, come in and give me a free science lesson, Rudolph. Come in. I'm more than happy. Okay, cool, Derek. Good to let's see you in Gilded. Be great. I'm in the Flatzoids perspective. General chat. So yeah, it's amazing how you guys can all be keyboard warriors saying I don't understand this and that, but yet you don't want to actually come in and actually have a conversation. Rudolph, come on, come teach me something. You say you can teach me? Come. Gilded and Discord is waiting. I've sent the links to you how much times? This is your chance to shine. Show the people you're not a coward. Show the people you actually have something. You can actually debunk me since I'm so ignorant. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Very simple stuff. Still nothing, guys. It's amazing how they run away.
Yeah, they must like having sore fingers, just typing it a lot, you know, rather than using their tongues.
Yeah. Oh man, this is sad. Switch black browsy. Science is a religion. Wrong. Obvious. And you're religious. Oof. No, scientism is a religion. Science is not a religion. Science is simply just a method. That's all science is. Nothing worth debunking, Switchback. Okay, Rudolph, I say you can't be taught. It's been demonstrated many times over. So can you please come and actually show us this? What's his name? Rudolph. I'm actually inviting you to come and actually teach me your globe. Since I'm so ignorant, please come and teach me. Prove your point valid that I'm not teachable. How's that? You aren't teaching us about the globe, Okamvarus. No, I didn't need to teach you. That's the heliocentric priests that were teaching you. I was just conveying the message to you guys. Anyway, do you guys like the new look? Hope you guys do like it, because I think it's quite great. I'm gonna play the intro again just in case the guys haven't seen it. Okay, let's go. Thank you again, Adam.
Yeah, Adam Meakin's good at what he does, isn't he?
Yeah, really awesome stuff. No, I
Brilliant.
Like it. Hey Derek, how's it going, dude?
It's going all right. I tried to join the Gilded, but for some reason it keeps diverting me to like the only other server that I'm on.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to kind of figure that out.
I'm gonna actually send you the Element link, because it'd be great if you want to come in sometime to Element.
Yeah, Element works quite well, Derek. I don't know if you can hear me through Discord, can you?
I can.
Oh, you can? Okay, yeah, the Element app works really well.
Element is brilliant. Because so if you ever want to come to Element, I did send you the link. Because I'm sort of holding Element though to the to hold as the panel, you know, like Nathan has panel on Skype, on Google Meet, so I'm holding the panel on Element kind of thing. Because you don't need any trolls in Element, do we?
No, definitely not.
Why taint that awesome platform with idiotic rubbish? Hey Moomin Rider, thank you for coming. Good to see you, thank you. Yeah, so do you guys see how these guys make claims again that I don't understand anything, and yet they cannot come in and defend their nonsense? Andrew Johnson, you're unteachable. You show videos that explain things and your response is just what they say they're wrong. No, the guy says separate, I say separate. The guy says rotation, I say rotation. I kind of take his word verbatim and present it to you guys. The guy shows you the ball is not actually deflecting. It has an apparent deflection. I say it to you just after he showed it. How am I being wrong?
Exactly. You give them ample opportunity to come and have a word, and they're just not taking you up on it. So come prove them wrong.
Look, Rudolph, Earth move under. It's not how it works. Yes, that's exactly how it works. The Earth moves underneath you, hence deflection. Do you not get that? These guys are. It's like we're talking to some, I don't know. So yeah, come guys, come teach us. We're more than eager to learn. Derek, I'm sure you agree. You'd also love to learn this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Come guys, if I'm not teachable, I'm sure PJ or Derek or even Paul would love to learn from you guys. Come on.
Oh, definitely, because I know absolutely nothing. I'd love to learn something.
Hey, Oakham Virus is here. Hey, Oakham. Oh, he's just staying on mute. Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, my phone's kind of messed up.
No worries. Good to see you. I'm glad you're brave enough to come in here.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing to be scared of.
Exactly. I mean, we're just having a chat.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So how are you doing today, fine sir?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, doing very good. Is there anything you would like to correct me on, or the rest of anyone here?
Yeah, so if you think that Coriolis is just Earth turning underneath stuff, wouldn't that mean that all deviations should happen to the west?
No, deviations happen, it's understood. When you are moving north to south, it rotates opposite of south to north. It's all got to do with your position to the vector.
Okay, but I'm saying if Earth rotates toward the east, wouldn't that make all deviation to the west if Coriolis was just Earth turning under stuff?
No, I just explained why.
No, you didn't, because you mentioned something about rotating north and south. There's no rotation north and south.
If you are traveling north from south, you would have a different reflection from going south to north.
It would be the opposite way around.
Yeah. You understand?
Well, they're both, in northern hemisphere, they're both going to the right. So...
No, one goes clockwise, one goes anti-clockwise.
In the northern hemisphere, they only go in one rotational direction, and both, they go to the right.
Look what I'm saying.
And the southern to the left.
Do you understand what star trails are based on the globe?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that would have been Coriolis effect, correct?
No.
Why not? They're having deflections clockwise and anti-clockwise based on Earth rotating under them.
Those are not deviations from their intentional paths. So no, that is not Coriolis.
Yes, they are, because remember, a star is not moving apparently. We are the ones moving in a straight line. And do they seem to show a curved path?
Yeah, that comes from the rotation, not Coriolis.
Coriolis comes from the rotation. That's what Coriolis is based on.
Yeah.
Rotation.
Yes, exactly. But they are not the same.
How are they not the same? How are they not the same, Lucam?
Rotation and Coriolis are not the same. Stars move because of apparent motion, because of the Earth moving. Coriolis is a deflection from an initial path to going straight. The star's rotation and the stars appearing to rotate and Coriolis are not the same thing. Not even related.
You just said the same thing, worded differently.
No, I didn't. Coriolis is about the tangential speed of the land that's moving underneath it. Star trails are not affected by this.
Star trails is based on the Coriolis effect because we are on the non-inertial turning reference frame, according to the globe model, seeing the apparent deviation of the stars in the inertial reference frame.
They're not Coriolis because they are not experiencing Coriolis force, which is the force of a deviation from an apparent path to going straight. These things aren't deviating from any path.
I agree, we are not observing any Coriolis, hence Earth is stationary.
I didn't say that.
You just said we are not observing any Coriolis.
I didn't say that. I said with the stars, we don't observe Coriolis. There's a difference.
Is the stars not showing an apparent deviation?
They're not deviating from their initial path.
So,
but they appear to be, surely.
Okay, the reason for Coriolis is because something moving north to south. The stars don't rotate north to south.
Then why are they showing clockwise and anti-clockwise in different so-called hemispheres?
Because we're on a three-dimensional surface.
Ah, so Coriolis deviation. Thank you.
Flip on the axis. It's not Coriolis. Coriolis doesn't mean we're on a three-dimensional surface. Coriolis means rotation.
Do you understand your problem here? If you were on just the sphere, just turning in the opposite direction, and the stars were just that, then you would not see the clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. That is the apparent deviation caused by the Coriolis.
That is not an apparent deviation caused by Coriolis. That is a flip on the x-axis that causes an apparent deviation. An apparent
so now it is apparent deviation.
Stars are
Thank
moving
you.
in the same direction.
So now it is apparent deviation. Can you make up your mind? Which one is it?
What?
Okay, let's say you're in the by the North Pole. Do you have a different tangential velocity than there at the equator?
Of course.
Okay. Do the stars still move at the same rate according to the rotation of the Earth at those latitudes?
Yep, 15 degrees an hour.
But different tangential velocities, correct?
Yep.
And at the northern parts, do they seem to go a different direction, aka than the southern parts?
A different rotational direction, but not a different cardinal direction.
Therefore, it is deviating. They do not make straight lines. Do they make curved lines or straight lines when you observe the stars?
Well, if you're on the equator, you'll see straight star trails. If you're up closer to the poles, you start seeing circles. Because there are points of rotation, not because of Coriolis.
Ah, so what happens when we observe deviation based on Earth spinning underneath objects?
Okay, if it's moving north to south, then you would get most likely Coriolis.
So that is Coriolis. Thank you. So do we actually observe Coriolis on Earth or not?
Hurricanes, yes.
Hurricanes? No, that's an effect. Remember, hurricanes is physical.
I know this.
Yeah, hurricanes are physical. A Coriolis is an optical effect, remember?
Yeah, it's something that
okay, are hurricanes physical? Are hurricanes physical? Are hurricanes physical or optical?
It manifests itself in a physical form, like hurricanes. Hurricanes is because of Coriolis. High pressure goes to low pressure, always.
Great, so not Earth rotation, then it's simply thermodynamics.
No, it's not simple thermodynamics because high pressure would just go into low pressure and you won't get no rotation.
Yes, you would, because the wind from the topography pushes over the land, and because it's moving in a direction, it's causing the vertex to spin. That's how storms work. Remember, it only becomes a storm once it's... Remember, it already takes heat over, let's say, the coast of Africa, and it's going over the waters. It's going at what? It's actually moving a direction, and while it's replacing the hot air rising with the cold air, it causes a vertex because it's forcing itself underneath.
Okay, so this is up and down you're talking about. We're talking about like left and right here.
Up and down.
We're not talking about up and down.
Okay, let's put it this way. If you have a fan behind you, you can feel the force of that pressure of the fan pushing against you, behind you.
High pressure and low pressure. I know this. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, great. So now what happens when, let's say, you are hot gas rising as that air from the fan is pushing you from behind? What happens? Does it cause a vortex?
It doesn't cause a vertex. I mean, like a vortex.
Actually, it does. Have you ever stuck your hand in a pool before and just swished your hand from right to left, and you saw the vertex, the two vortices on either side going anti-clockwise and clockwise before?
Yes, I have seen that.
Okay, that's the same.
It's not necessarily the same as a hurricane. A tornado, maybe, but not a hurricane.
Hurricane.
There's a low pressure. There's a low pressure in the center. High pressure always goes to low pressure. If there was no Coriolis, it would just go straight into the low pressure, and that would be it. That's thermodynamics.
I just explained to you the mechanics behind the hurricane. And the hurricane becomes from a cyclone over the ocean. The tornadoes happen on land.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
Tornadoes are not affected by Coriolis as much as a hurricane is.
But
hurricanes are bigger.
But tornadoes also
they cover more land.
But tornadoes also spin, don't they? So what caused the tornado to start spinning if it's not affected by the movement of wind? If it's just hot, if it's just high pressure and low pressure, what causes that to spin now?
Yeah, it's still high pressure and low pressure.
Okay, but what caused it to spin? You said that can't cause it to spin, so what's causing it to spin?
Oh, what, a tornado?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, as I know if it's just high pressure and low pressure.
I just explained to you what causes it.
I know if the Coriolis doesn't have an effect, it's not a counterclockwise, or it's not a definite counterclockwise or counterclockwise motion with a tornado.
And we're not talking about clockwise and anti-clockwise with the tornado. We're asking what spins now, because you are taking the mechanics behind what causes the spin. And you're contradicting yourself.
I just said that it's high pressure, low pressure. It's not Coriolis because tornadoes don't have a definite counterclockwise, clockwise motion that comes with Coriolis.
Again,
like hurricanes.
You said hurricanes require the spin to make it spin, to move, to spin around because of Earth rotation. But you say tornadoes do not require the Earth rotation to cause it to rotate. So what causes the hurricanes to rotate? Well, I mean the hurricanes to rotate and the twisters also to rotate, but the one's caused by Earth rotation and the other one not. Do you
I don't think you're listening to me, Flatzoid. I just answered that. You're asking me the same thing. I said I believe it's high pressure, low pressure. I don't think it's Coriolis because tornadoes don't have a clockwise, counterclockwise motion.
I 100% agree with you. Coriolis doesn't exist. Hence why we have tropical storms based on the topography.
That's also why we have hurricanes that don't cross the equator. We also have hurricanes that move in certain directions. If it's an anti-cyclone that moves in a certain direction, because low pressure and high pressure switch. It's a certain way because of Coriolis.
No, that's not called Coriolis. That's because of wind currents. Wind travels across the topography.
Wind currents go everywhere. Wind currents just aren't counterclockwise and clockwise like hurricanes are.
No, wind causes the directions of the spin.
Which can be anywhere, which is counterclockwise or clockwise. That doesn't have the same properties as Coriolis, which is just clockwise in one hemisphere and counterclockwise in the other.
Again, you are saying twisters and tornadoes don't require that to spin, but you say the hurricanes require it to spin. Do you understand your contradiction here?
There's no contradiction there. I mean, do you not understand the reasoning behind it? Are you saying that tornadoes have a clockwise or clockwise motion? See, hurricanes, they actually do. But the reason is because of Coriolis.
No, the hurricanes spin because of the topography and where the wind is coming from. Remember, it's coming off the coast of Africa, going over the oceans. The wind is moving in a certain direction. Just like if you take your hand in the water and move it in a certain direction, let's say right to left, it creates that vortices. On the top of your hand, it will be clockwise, and the bottom of your hand, anti-clockwise, just like we see on Earth. No Coriolis required.
Just like with those
that is a physical.
They would go both.
That is a physical. That is a physical force based on physical attributes. Coriolis is an optical effect. Do you see the issue here?
There's no issue here. They're saying with hurricanes, they only go a certain direction because of Coriolis. Wind doesn't have that problem when it comes to that because it's just a low pressure, high pressure system. They go in all different directions, not just clockwise or counterclockwise. When it's clockwise or counterclockwise only in a certain hemispheres, that's Coriolis. That's the difference.
Is Coriolis optical or physical?
And hurricanes prove different.
So hurricanes are physical then?
Yeah, I know, and that's also part of the globe frame of Coriolis. Let's take it up with them.
No. The problem is you are claiming tornadoes don't require something to make them spin, but hurricanes require something to make them spin. That's a contradiction in terms. The only difference between hurricanes and tornadoes is the one starts on land and the one starts on the sea. Now I can give you a reason why they spin in different rotations, because of the wind deflection from the coast of Africa. Tornadoes spin in all directions because wind moves in all directions. It's got nothing to do with Coriolis. Coriolis is only an optical effect. If you are claiming Coriolis effect to cause hurricanes, you are totally throwing away what the Coriolis effect is.
I'm not throwing away what the Coriolis effect is. The meeting of the pressures will cause the storm like thunderstorms and tornadoes. A low pressure being surrounded by a high pressure system, that will be more of a hurricane. The meeting of the pressure systems could cause tornadoes. The tornado is not a low pressure system inside a high pressure system. That's different.
So if you had now a tornado starting on, let's say, the coast of Africa and moving over to the ocean, would it now become a hurricane?
No.
Okay, great. So did the Earth rotation cause that tornado to spin that certain direction on the coast of Africa? Or was it just the pressure system?
That tornado is not a low pressure system inside of a high pressure system.
What is a tornado?
That's the difference.
What is a tornado?
Tornado is it's a swirling of the storms and winds. It's swirling. A tornado is a cyclonic storm. But it's based upon the meetings of pressures not being one pressure being surrounded by the other.
Do you understand? A tornado and a hurricane are the same thing. The hurricane forms from a tropical storm over the ocean. A tornado forms over land. That's the only difference. They both have high and low pressure systems which creates a vortex. The one just comes from a cyclone on the ocean. The other one just comes from the
land. I'm saying they're high and low pressure systems.
You're saying they're different, but they have the same thing. They're the same thing. The one is just on land and the one is from the ocean. That's the difference.
So how big is a tornado compared to a hurricane?
They vary in sizes. You get Section 5 tornadoes just like you get Section 5 hurricanes.
That's what I'm saying. But do you have a tornado that's the size of a hurricane or a hurricane that's the size of a tornado?
It's possible, yes. All depends on...
No, they...
Oh, so you do not have Code 5 tornadoes while you have, let's say, a Code 1 hurricane. They have different sizes. Do you understand that?
No, I'm actually kind of confused on that part.
I realize that. But anyway, like I'm trying to point out to you, Coriolis effect is only an optical illusion. It's not a physical force. It's fictitious. Fictitious cannot do anything because you need a physical force to create that fictitious force, hence why they say there's hurricane. But you are saying tornadoes do not require this to spin, but the hurricanes require this to spin, but their mechanics work exactly the same. The only one works over the water and the one works over the land. That's the only difference.
Size is a huge difference between those as well, too. Hold on. I have to fact check something real quick. Okay. I'll check on that.
Okay, and I've only got like 10 minutes left.
But it's still part of, regardless, it's still part of the globe claim that hurricanes and Coriolis are linked together, and the reason for the vortex is because of Coriolis. That's still part of the globe claim, regardless of what you say.
Nice, but so that goes against the anti-flat Earth claim that the atmo and the ground are Velcro together. Sorry.
It actually doesn't. I don't see how that actually goes against that. Can you explain that to me?
Does the air change its deviation course while the Earth is still rotating?
What do you mean? You're talking about
the hurricane, does it go with the Earth rotation or is it changing its course?
I don't think the course has anything to do with Earth's rotation. I think that's just the spin of the vortex.
Understand if the
direction,
if the atmosphere, you say, and the Earth are Velcro together, if the atmosphere and the Earth are Velcro together, even if the storm is spinning, it's supposed to stay moving with the Earth the whole way. So in other words, it's just going to be staying in one spot, moving with the Earth. It deviates.
No.
Yes, it moves around.
That's not true.
Oh, really? So it doesn't conserve,
that's not true.
So it doesn't conserve its momentum anymore.
Because Earth's rotation does not dictate wind, so that doesn't make sense. If Earth dictated wind, Earth's rotation dictated wind, then yes, that would make sense.
Earth doesn't thank you, just threw away your whole Coriolis argument. Earth's rotation does not dictate wind, therefore it cannot cause hurricanes.
Why not?
You just said Earth's rotation does not dictate winds. Based on the globe claim, the Earth's rotation dictates the winds that causes the hurricane spin.
Pressure dictates wind. And then the Coriolis dictates the pressure and keeps the well. It really is the wind, but the pressure
doesn't.
Deviates the pressure from going straight into the low by deviating it to the side.
Coriolis does nothing on the pressure. The pressure is simply thermodynamical. It's got nothing to do with the rotation.
Okay. If that was the case, if something as big as a tropical or something as big as a hurricane, the low pressure would just go into the high pressure.
No, high pressure goes into low pressure.
High pressure will go into the low pressure. Sorry.
Yeah, high pressure always goes to low pressure. That's why you see the storms. That's part of thermodynamics. Remember, the sun heats up the earth, the ground, and as it's moving across to the oceans, it cools down. Therefore, it has to replace one another, and because it's pushed from behind, because of the topography of the wind, there we go, it has its spin.
But also doing that, as you can say, like when you put your hand inside of a bucket of water and create those two vortexes, you see that they both go in opposite directions and not in the same direction.
Yeah, because I created an actual force when I pushed my hand through. Just like the wind from the topography is pushing that wind in those directions.
Yeah, so if it was just that, you would see hurricanes going in both directions in one hemisphere. You don't.
No, you wouldn't. You see it that way. It's how can I put this? It's the same as you see with the so-called star trails on the globe. Why does the one deflect to the right and one to the left? Because the center is the rotational line axis.
It happens because there's a flip on the x-axis of the body.
It's like taking a fan. Where is if you're going to put on the right of the fan, you're going to have a deflection clockwise. If you put on the left of the fan, you're going to have a deflection anti-clockwise. Do you get it? You know why? Because it's the wind pushing it in that direction. If it's in the middle of the fan, it's just going to go straight, linear. That's why we don't get any hurricanes on the equator. It's always on the left or the right of the so-called equator, because the wind is the thing that's pushing it. It gives it...
The wind doesn't go in one direction like Coriolis does.
The wind across the equator does actually it follows a wind current. That's what you might have to learn what Hadley currents are then, because that's what supposedly causes the hurricanes to spin in the directions they do.
Eddy currents?
Hadley.
Electricity,
Hadley currents. Hadley currents.
What on the water? Eddy currents.
Hadley.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, guys, I can't chat much. I've got 5 minutes, then I have to go. But thank you for coming, Kumu. I do appreciate at least you coming on.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on. This is really just to break the ice. I'll probably come on a little bit more often if you allow.
Great.
Yeah, bless you, Kuma virus, man.
And I said you were pleasant to have around. Yeah. Good icebreaker.
Oh,
at least you're not rude
I
or
appreciate
anything. Yeah, at least you're not rude and stuff. I really do appreciate you, dude.
Well, I appreciate you having me on.
And you're talking about sizes of storms. And when I was a kid, I saw a tornado go from land over water. And the thing dramatically increased in size. I mean, it was quite a sight. I mean, I'm not using this to say one thing or the other, but yeah, it got a lot bigger because of the water.
Yeah, you're right about that. I've seen that before.
Okay, so I'm gonna love and leave you guys. If you guys want to carry on chatting, you're more than welcome to. Is it okay if I quickly close off?
Yeah, hey, I appreciate you, Flatzoid.
Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on. It would be great to chat to you again sometime. Like I said, I like chatting to you because, like I said, you're respectful and stuff, and I respect you there.
I appreciate that. I respect you too, man.
Thank you very much, dude. Okay.
Thank you, man.
So, thanks everybody for the live stream. Thank you, PJ and Paul and Michael and Derek and also Kumu for coming in. Yeah. And thank you everybody else in chat there. Thank you for everybody that sent super chats. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you if you did hit that like button and share. I really, really appreciate you all, and all your moderators as well for keeping the chat in tame. So thank you very much. So hopefully tomorrow night I'm going to be interviewing the Flat Earth pilot, FE pilot. I'm still trying to get hold of him because it's been a few days since we got hold of him. It apparently was for tomorrow night, so I still hope it is still on. And then yeah, we chat again. Thank you all very much. I really did enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, as much as I do. Yeah, just thank you guys. Until next time, God bless.